everyone. I'm Final Theories Kid M, and welcome to my first YouTube video. So, as the name suggests, this account will cover Final Fantasy theories, especially those of Final Fantasy 15. I like to say that I do have a life outside the internet, and I probably won't be able to post as frequently, but I will do my best to update when I can. Next, I'd like to thank Dean Weiss, Final Fantasy Peasant, and Aliahsan. I know we've never met or spoken through any kind of social media, but it's thanks to you guys and your videos that I have found my inspiration and the courage to start mine. You guys are my heroes, and thank you so much for inspiring me to do this. With that out of the way, let's move on to the theory. In this video, we will be taking a look at something that's probably been covered to death. It's the verses. It's the verse, the myth verse. But so, what I'm showing you right now is just a hint, like my theory tree. This is part of my theory tree, but I thought I would show you guys beforehand. This is a pretty big hint to come, so what's going to be in my videos. So now let's get started. So let's take a look at this. Over rotted soil, under blighted sky, a dread plague the wicked has wrought. In the light of the gods, sword sworn at his side, against the dark the king's battle is fought. From the heavens high to the blessed below shines a beam of peace long besought. Long live thy line and these stones divine, for the night when all comes to naught. Pretty epic, huh? Let's get this out of the way. Pretty epic, huh? It's clearly talking about the Plague of Stars. How do I know this? Well, it comes up with the word, we can infer this with the words blighted sky and plague. Now what's interesting in this first line is that it's telling us the Plague of Stars has already happened before. Why do I say this? Because it clearly states a dreaded plague. We don't know. What plague do we know at this time? The Plague of Stars, of course. It happened before. And if it happened before, this means that history is repeating itself. How, you ask? Let's take a look at the next line. Light of the gods, sword sworn at his side, against the dark the king's battle is fought. Light of the gods. Who fits that description? It's the Aliahsans. The Aliahsans are the physical manifestation of the power of the stars. Who else can this passage be referring to when they say light of the gods? If that doesn't convince you, there's more. And that line, it also gives mention to a king and something sworn to his side. What king do we know of at this time that can summon Aliahsans? It's Noxus. Noxus is the king spoken of in the verse. I don't really need to go into detail to explain that. There's so much information out already that really I don't need to go into it, but I will go into more detail on it in another video. Third part, which brings me to the next part of this verse that is very, very interesting. From the heavens high to the blessed below shines a beam of peace long besought. This line is referring to some sort of divine intervention that brought peace to the land. And what is the said divine intervention? The crystals. Somehow, some way, the crystals stopped the plague of stars. Why do I think it's the crystals? Look at this line. Long live thy line, and these stones divine. It's talking about divine stones of some sort. What else could it be referring to? It also helps that the TCG trailer showed a picture of a winged man giving a crystal to someone who appears to be a king. Example A. The crystals are the only stones that we know of. They grant power to those who protect them. Hence, long live thy line. So why can't these stones be divine stones? Now the last bit of this verse really takes the cake. For the night when all comes to naught. This is very clearly clearly warning. This is a very clear warning. A warning that the plague of stars will happen once more and will cause great destruction. Look at this line. Long live thy line, and these stones divine, for the night when all comes to naught. The writer is clearly telling the reader to make sure that the royal family continues to produce heirs and continues to have a legacy. And to keep the crystals around, because there will be a night where everything goes wrong. This is clearly telling us that the plague of stars will return, and we need to be prepared. Now, okay, so thank you for viewing. This is my first video, like I said earlier, so I'm sorry if I sound nervous or I'm a little tongue-tied. I'm using PowerPoint because I find it easier than editing videos. It doesn't take as long as editing videos. And if it sounded like I was reading from a script, I like to type out what I like to say beforehand, before I make a video, because it helps me get organized and stuff. So, yes, I thank you again for viewing, and I hope to see everyone soon. Bye.